Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NFL playoff action. It may be cold outside, but our promo code is HOT for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. Headed to the NFC, where the Packers and Bucks are facing off at Lambeau. Right now, the home team, the Packers, are favored -3. The total is 51. The battle of two really solid quarterbacks and quarterbacks that the public has liked to bet on all season long. We've got Tom Brady in the Bucks, Aaron Rodgers in the Packers. We've got Craig Trapp joining us to break this one all down. Starting with this one, obviously it's rapid fire, but only 2 games. Craig, who do you like in Packers and Bucks?
Well, when you look at this game, I think it really comes down to, how does Tampa play at Green Bay in the cold? We remember the earlier game this year at Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay, worked the Packers over pretty good. And at that time, Packers were playing some great football. So I think it's going to be much different. Since then, especially the last 5 or 6 games of the year and the playoffs, this Packers defense really started to put things together. And I think you have to take the favorite here, Green Bay -3. I just think Aaron Rodgers is playing his first, and I can't believe we're saying this, his first conference championship game at home. I mean, as good as he's been in his career, you would think there would be another chance, especially since the Packers have been pretty good through this time. But I think he holds the home field edge here, and I think he gets the revenge from early in the year. I do think the Tampa Bay Bucks and Leonard Fournette probably keep it close early, so maybe you take Tampa Bay the first half and the points, and Green Bay for the game, because I think too many weapons for Green Bay late at home. I like Green Bay -3 in this one.
Yeah, I'm on the Packers train as well, just because Aaron Rodgers has been so good at home, especially against the spread. 62, 35, and 4 against the number at Lambeau. I see that trend continuing here, especially if it snows, especially if the weather is Lambeau-like. I know Tom Brady has played in many cold weather games, but it's just hard to pick against the Packers at home, especially the way that their run game has been going as well. Aaron Jones has been really good. And I think that's the key for Tampa, too. If they can run the ball with Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette, both of those running backs had over 60 yards rushing. Can the Bucks limit Devontae Adams? I know last time out, the Bucks won it big, 38-10, but I see this way going differently. I think that was a long time ago. And especially if you subscribe to that train of thought, you wouldn't have thought that the Bucks beat the Saints, because the Saints blew out the Bucks earlier in the season, and that wasn't the case last week. So going with the Pack here, and especially at this low number, I think it's going to be a close game. I think the over may be worth a look too. I think a lot of points in this one. But let's get back to the rapid fire format. Next up, we've got Chiefs and Bills, the AFC Championship. Chiefs favored -3. The total is 54. Big news coming out of Kansas City that Patrick Mahomes back at practice as of taping. I think he'll play. Judging by this number, I think Vegas thinks that too. Craig, who do you like?
I was a little shocked at this number when it initially came out, and I was expecting Mahomes to play, like everybody probably was, that this line wasn't bigger. Kansas City, the reason why they hadn't covered, on the year, they're just 7-10 against the spread, 3-6 against the spread at home, is because they're laying double digits almost every week. If you could lay 3 points most weeks with Kansas City, you probably would have covered probably 85% of these games this year. So I like Kansas City -3. I don't know how you get around these two favorites. I just don't. I think Kansas City is a better team. They can run the ball a little bit. The Bills, their running game is Josh Allen. And I think that's going to come back to bite them at some point. It hasn't so far, but I think this is the game it finally does, because the Chiefs can put up so many points. If you can't keep the Chiefs on the sideline, that's what the Browns were able to do the second half. And then, of course, Mahomes got injured as well. But if you can keep that powerful offense of the Chiefs on the sideline, that's the way to stop them. The Bills can't do that. They can't run the ball. So give me the Chiefs -3. Maybe on the total, you take the over if obviously Mahomes is going to play. I got to think this is probably going to be a pretty high-scoring game. But my much stronger play going to be on the Chiefs -3.
Yeah, I'm on the Chiefs train as well. As you said, the Chiefs have been really bad against the number, but they've been laying huge spreads. They've only been favorites of 3.5 only twice this season. One was a push against the Saints, and the other they did not cover because they only won by 3 against the Bucks. So very close when it comes to those spreads. And especially if you have 3 here, I think it's well within reason that the Chiefs in the playoffs, especially the way they've been running football, I've said this in the other segment, but they're a team that's really balanced on offense, which is saying a lot when you have such a good quarterback like Patrick Mahomes. But the way they've been able to run the football, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, supposedly is supposed to be back this week. He had 161 yards rushing last time out against the Bills. So I think this Bills offense a little bit too one-dimensional for me to trust him here against the Chiefs. And the Chiefs secondary has been really good against the pass. 16 picks this season, only 2 behind the Steelers for the most in the league. So I'm taking the Chiefs, not playing anything on the total. But that's going to do it for our rapid-fire picks for the last 2 games in the playoffs on this weekend. As always, thanks for tuning in, and best of luck to everyone betting this weekend.